Hey guys, it's Est here. Hope you're really well. I'm really poorly, as you can probably hear. So I've basically been in bed like since 4 o'clock yesterday. I just had to go back to bed and just slept and slept and slept. But I'm up and ready now because soon, in about 10-15 minutes or so, we're going to head out to a gym. So I've had this idea that I want to join a gym, but like a family gym, like one where the kids can do classes, we can do swimming, the kids, like Freddie's really into like tennis and basketball and all sorts of sports at the moment. So I want somewhere where he can do that. And then maybe somewhere where I might feel comfortable putting Evelina into like an hour or so childcare so I can do some exercise. So she's 2 now, and I'm really finding that she's so clingy to me. Like, she really panics if I'm not around, and it's just a bit tough for her and for me. So I feel like maybe like if she goes in for 20 minutes, if it's somewhere really, really good fun, like a really nice, good fun creche, not like a boring place. I think the place we're going to has like a soft play creche type of thing. So if she really likes that, might work out, but we'll see. We're going to go look at it. I doubt we can afford it right now because it's harder since I've left work, and Henrik obviously is the sole earner now, sole income earner in our house. So we'll just have to see, and it's not a priority obviously. Priority is like Finn's speech therapy and also getting the house decorated and sorted this year, because we kind of bought the basics when we moved here a year ago, but we haven't actually like done anything. Like, this room will need doing and downstairs really needs doing, so that's what we're kind of saving for. But maybe there's some other things I can cut back on to maybe afford it, because I really think I would enjoy the exercise. Really haven't exercised. I lost all my weight. I lost 4 stone last year but I lost all of that through the one-to-one diet and through what I eat. And I miss exercise. I used to love exercise so much. I've always loved classes. Me and Henry used to go to the gym together before kids. He would go to the gym and I would do the classes and stuff. I love swimming. And yeah, I really think I'd get a lot out of it, like just that space and that time to myself as well. So yeah, just getting that balance, isn't it? I don't know how I fit something else in, honestly. Like, I feel like I'm busy all morning with Evelina. Then when she naps, I normally work, like, well, edit and video. It's not really work, but do this, which I love. And then it's picking up the boys, and then there's 3 kids, and then they don't go to bed until 8ish, and Henrik only gets in after the kids are in bed most nights. So yeah, that would probably be my time then. I'd have to find out if they've got quite late classes. But how do you fit it in? I mean, do you fit in exercise? I just don't know. I feel like my days are so packed, which is silly really, because I'm a full-time mum now. But it's hard, isn't it? So I did ask some questions actually. So I'll go through them. So this is Emily. Hello. It says, how are you maintaining your weight loss and do you eat proper meals now? So yeah, I'm still doing the one-to-one diet. I would say I'm still doing it. However, I'm just maintaining my weight through what I've learned with the one-to-one diet now. So I have a breakfast in the morning, which is a one-to-one diet breakfast, and then I have a normal lunch and a normal dinner, but using the one-to-one diet recommended portion control and sizes and stuff like that. But one thing I've started to do now is buy like prepared meals again, because so much low-fat vegan meals you can buy in the supermarkets now. So I'll get like some soups or something like that, rather than making everything from scratch, because I was finding making everything from scratch is getting a bit boring, because I'm not the best cook. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now, and I am filming my what I eat in a day video, and also I've got an article in a magazine next week all about what I'm eating, which is fun. So I will let you know next week. You can buy that. There's Bella magazine on Tuesday if you're in the UK. I think it's like a 2-page spread. It's going to be a bit embarrassing, I know, but it was really nice to talk to the journalist. Actually, she was so lovely, and it's always good to just pick stuff out there if you get asked. And then some more questions about motherhood and things. So did you find it hardest going from 0 to 1 children, 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 from Freya? I found it hardest going from 2 to 3. I think that 0 to 1 is super hard, but like that's just to be expected in a way. And I also felt like I had loads of support then, because it was my first baby. People were like, oh my god, you got a baby. Like, it was like there were sort of people surrounded you a little bit. And I had that really close NCT class and stuff. And then 1 to 2 was easy as pie. For some reason, Finn was just the most easy baby, and I just really enjoyed it. I was really settled in my area. And then 2 to 3, I was thought it was going to be well easy. Had my little girl. I thought, oh, this is like brilliant. And she was a colicky baby, and there was just nothing like it. Having one already at school, so I had to get up and do the school run with a newborn who's sometimes only gone back to sleep at like 5 in the morning. it was just really hard. It felt like much harder than I expected. And there was a day when I thought I'd made a big mistake. I thought, why did I have another baby? Because I just felt like it was taking me away so much from the older ones, and I was just pacing the house, just trying to get Evelina to stop crying because the colic was just horrific. But now, like, the three of them are absolutely brilliant. I think it was just the fact that I'd never experienced colic before and I'd heard of it, and honestly, like, you can't describe it, can you? If you've got a colicky baby, I've never had a refluxy baby, and I cannot imagine, like, knowing that colic is like, I think reflux looks so tough as well. So, you know, yeah, I think for me 2 to 3 was hard, but it was more to do with how she was as a baby than anything else. But that's why I feel like I'm really done. Like, I think if I went for 3 to 4, it might just be way too much. I think the mum guilt would be so high about the other 2, 3. So Dusty is asking about having advice for making friends as an adult when you relocate. So yeah, I did relocate about a year ago now, just over a year ago, and I knew nobody, and it was definitely a tough time for me. I did try things like the Facebook groups and tried to arrange even my own meetups. Do you remember? I arranged my own meetup, and oh god, yeah, and people came, but then we just never stayed in touch. I just don't know why. Maybe people just didn't like each other, but I really liked them all, but didn't really turn into a group. So I've made most of my friends through Sorry Mama meetups, which I'll link again below. I did talk about in a video the other day, which is like an organised meetup that already was being organised, and just going along to that. I haven't made any like real friendship, just at play groups. The school I thought would be my real lifeline, and it hasn't been as much, especially not Freddie's year. Made one really good friend in Freddie's class, or 2, but then Finn's class is friendlier because it's reception. I think people are more putting themselves out there, so I need to just work on those friendships, and I really like that whole class. They're super duper nice, and Finn's doing really well. He won a big special achievement 2 this term. He's won 2, and he won the big one, which is like a big shield that we've got to bring home, and he won it just for overcoming personal challenges and doing his best all the time, and I'm just super duper proud of him. I've never seen anything cuter than him getting up and getting this big award, and all his friends were going, Finn, we're so proud of you, because he does have his speech delays, and people asking how that's going. So the speech therapy is going really well, but I did get a bit of bad news that it's not that bad news, but his speech therapist is having a baby, which is great news for her. She told me, and I was super duper excited, and then I put the phone down and was like, oh my god, I got really sad because I realised it's just going to be really tough without her, and I don't think we can really get somebody else because we love her so much, and he's so used to her and he works so hard for her. So that's a bit of a nightmare, but I've got a review and update with her tomorrow, actually, just sort of like a proper analysis, I guess. I'm really scared. I wonder if I'm even going to sleep tonight because I'm just nervous about what she's going to say, because I can hear the improvement, but we've been practicing a lot less sitting down doing the words, which is really bad, but it's mainly because he just loves school so much. He's been wanting to practice his writing, his numbers, his reading, and once he's done all of that, it's like there's not really time for anything else. So I need to get him back into the words and the speech therapy, and that just comes from me. It's me putting the effort in, not him. But I've just been kind of like letting him, following his passions really, and letting him just be, while he's so excited about school and writing, just let him do that.
That is easy to me.
I
love that.
So a couple of work questions. Lindsay Loves, hi, says, aside from motherhood, what would be your dream job if you could choose any at all? And then my friend Fritha was asking, what would you like to be doing for work in 3 years' time? And this is kind of relevant to me because I've been thinking a lot about work lately. Mainly because I went back into work recently and met up with all my old team. I used to work at an ad agency. If you didn't know, I was head of a global account there. And I did that for 10 years. I wasn't head of the account for 10 years, but yeah, worked at the agency for 10 years. And I really miss it, actually. I've started to really miss work. Not going to work and leaving the kids, just using my brain in that way. So it was a very creative job that I had. It was a creative job role. So I started to do a bit of my own business. And I keep starting it, and then Henrik keeps saying to me, like, don't take on too much, like, you know, you're trying to just do so much. Why don't you give it another year till Evelina's 3, and then she'll be in like more proper childcare? Which is the right advice, because I also get quickly overwhelmed. I don't want to start something and then stop it. And a couple of Scandinavian questions. Do we think we would ever move to Sweden? And have I ever been to Norway? I've never been to Norway. I've never been to Denmark. I don't know if we'll move to Sweden, but we did have a long conversation the other night, Valentine's night. We had a meal and we had this long chat about buying this house in Sweden. And we know the house we're going to buy. We're going to buy it. We're going to share it with my sister and her husband and my cousin David. They didn't know anything about this plan, but me and Henry got really excited about this idea about it basically being like a shared family home, but by the lake in Sweden. We thought this was brilliant, but we were like, we'd had like a glass of wine or two. So yeah, I don't know if that will be the case, but I see that in our future, like having a little house there that we share, because our kids are growing up and it's nice for them to have their own space when we're over there, and you know, we can't stay at Henry's mum and dad's house forever, even though they probably would like love that. So yeah, that's vaguely our plan. It'd just be exciting to have our own little spot there that my parents could go and use as well when they wanted to go out to Sweden, and because everyone loves it so much. So we will see. So anyway, thanks for having a little chat with me. I hope I wasn't being too dull and boring and in my boring voice, because yeah, just a bit sick. But yeah, we're gonna get going to the gym. I'll let you know what it's like, and I will see you all very soon. Don't forget to hit that bell, because I will put up a babying video when I'm feeling loads better, and speak to you then. Bye guys.